Hello, this is Steve with Faith Teams. In this video, we're going to show you how to get started with Faith Teams Community Plus. Now, this assumes that you've already activated Community and you've set up your domain at Faith Teams. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to go into Administration and then to Community and then to Community Site. And you'll see this in this account, we've already activated Community. We've set up our subdomain within faithteams.com. And in this case, we call it newlife.faithteams.com. And you'll see that by activating Community, you generate your QR code that your congregants can scan to get set up in Community. In this case, with Community Plus, you can do a lot more than you can with Community. And let me show you what those are. First, we'll go down to the page, what your Community page looks like. And in Plus, you can make a lot of changes to that site. For example, you have your title and your subtitle. You have your guests, events, groups, and give. And you can turn those on and off. But in Plus, you do it differently. Instead of having toggles up here where you can turn them on or off, you can change them right here from the configurable page. And as well, each one of these cards not only can be unique, but it can be a card of your choice. You can click here and then pick a file up off of your computer, upload it to Faith Teams, and make that the view that you see for that particular card for that module of Community. You can do that for all of them. And of course, you can turn these off if you don't want them there. But let me show you where it gets even more interesting. Down below, you'll see that I have an embedded video. Well, that's because Faith Teams Community Plus lets you add content to your community site. I'll give you an example of what that looks like. So here's a video that I've added, but we can also come in and add something else. Let's add another row, and inside of that row, let's add an element. And you can see that I can add another guest form if I like. I can add HTML or text, and within there, I can come in and edit it. I can make it look something like that, or perhaps I could make it look much larger. For example, I could make it huge and as well give it an HTML definition, either paragraph or a heading number. I could also make it bold. I could make it indented. And as well, I could center it or not center it. And as you can see, we have a number of text controls here for this. So I can add that to my community page. But it goes even further. I can also add in an image. So I've now added another row. I'll click here to add content. We can now go in, pick an image, and it will let me pick up that image off of my hard drive or perhaps take one that I've already have uploaded into my library. Let's just pick one. So I'll pick this one. We, of course, want to add a link. And now I can type in a URL that will then link away to a particular location. So it's not just an image, but it could be an image to a particular item. Maybe it's to a sister church you have. Maybe perhaps it's to an event at another organization that's associated with your church. But either way, you do have a lot of choice now in what you can put into your community site. And of course, these rows don't have to be just as you see them here. They could actually be 100% of the screen, 50-50, 1/4 by 3/4, 3/4 by 1/4, or perhaps 1/3, 2/3, or 2/3, 1/3, or third, third, third. So you have a lot of choice here and now in how you set up your page, what your rows look like, and what content you'd like to put in them. What this really means is that you now have a community site that is configurable and is can go as far as your imagination lets it go.